Canada's real cool. They speak French there. They use kilometers. And they got a cool dude named Vinnie, a real OG. Wants to give me a stretch limo Cadillac.
I got a pretty sweet limo here. It drive all back to Detroit and everything. If you want it, you can have it. You know, it looks like a rolling cat house inside.
Now, I never met Vinnie. Don't know him, but I know Cadillacs. And for free? I like free. So Byron and I make the 500 miles to Ottawa. I haven't been to Canada since COVID.
I'm in Union Station in Toronto. Here's what I know so far. Gas is outrageously expensive. Traffic is horrible. And I'm going to be driving a stretch limo 500 miles. It's been sitting in the garage for 3 years.
Vinnie's been texting me for months. The thing's all ready to roll, he says. Mint condition, remember? But now that I'm on the way, Vinnie starts dropping some foreboding little hints.
I just got a text from Vinnie here, and he says he done type 2L. I'll call and put it on my big shop charger. It's charging now just to ensure no glitches. I mean, what do you mean? Like, the battery doesn't work? So then I get this thought, wait a minute. Does this thing have tabs? Is it insured? It hasn't been on the road in years. And my passport's expired. So the Canadians, being the nice people they are, let me in the country.
So when you go back home, give them both of this. You might get sent in because you're giving them an expired passport card. Just be aware they may send you an immigration.
What do you say? We just go? Yeah, let's just go.
It's the adventure.
Yeah. Should have taken the plates off of your car and stuck them on this car.
Because that's so much more legal.
As the train rolls out from Toronto to Ottawa, I'm realizing Vinnie never actually sent me a clear picture of the Cadillac. I'm starting to get a sinking feeling here.
Vinnie said he's gonna pick us up at the train station in a limo, but he didn't. What we got was Vinnie.
Pimp hat, silver cane, Fu Manchu, ruby ring on the right hand, his left arm contorted like a chicken wing.
I'm here to get the limo. He sent the limo home.
No, not my limo guy.
I got a feeling this whole thing is gonna end up with me on the train on the way back.
It's all good.
He's from Canada and Detroit. I never met him. We kind of met online during that whole Canadian trucker COVID deal. Vinnie's got lots to say about that.
The Library of Parliament, that used to be the Law Society Upper Canada's the building right over there. And they suck everything out of your phone. That's how they found out everybody was donating the convoy and everything.
Fact, I come to learn, Vinnie's got lots to say about almost anything.
They don't teach the young kids English anymore. Like when my first old lady went to school over there, they taught them English. See the one with this? This is a toonie. One day my old lady throws the credit card out at Irish Bayou, out the Cadillac thing, so I pull over the caddy. It's Crown Divine Right that runs this place. It was founded, it wasn't found on your rights, American rights. When I walked up the middle of the road, I put my camera on his face. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Same thing you're doing, spying on people, but I'm just doing it closer up."
Doesn't he ever stop talking?
This is actually a consulate of the Royaume de France, the king. I got a letter from him in here, the guy who would be King Henri Duc d'Orléans.
Turns out Vinnie likes to be surrounded by cool old things that don't work really well.
Come on in.
His tiny apartment also does double duty as a podcast studio.
You're gonna see me, you're gonna swing it on me.
Live from Ottawa, DNA presents Take It Away, Vinnie!
And a sort of carnival-like museum. Now, Vinnie's show doesn't have very many listeners.
Hello. Hello.
But it doesn't matter, because nothing can keep Vinnie from talking.
And tonight we're going to talk about your rights, why Canadians are taking it up the ass from the Americans.
I've been in Canada over 24 hours now, and I haven't seen hide nor hair of this fucking limousine. I've seen buses, I've seen trains, but I ain't seen no limousine.
We gotta take 2 buses for 1 hour, and Vinnie's yapping the whole time. And I'm starting to hear some clues.
Hello, you want my place?
Okay, Vargas, I got the guys here, and we're gonna be there as soon as I start the car.
Yeah,
To put the hose on.
For the mechanic.
Yeah, is he there?
No.
Okay, well, we'll do it ourselves, I don't care. It's not hard, we just gotta screw the power steering line in.
Okay, wait. All right. So, the car, this limo, how long is this limo?
About the length of, it's a little bit longer than this FedEx truck.
How much does this car weigh?
It weighs 7,200 pounds.
And it doesn't have power steering?
No.
Well, how do...
We can steer it Armstrong with two people steer. You know, you could steer it going straight, but when you go around a corner, it takes two people to move.
All the way to Detroit? I get a headache. Vin.
American Coney Island. So good, even Al Roker from the Today Show eats here. Not like that other guy, Al Joker, who eats at Lafayette. So make sure you're a roker and not a joker. American Coney Island.
This message of uplift is brought to you by business and personal wealth advisor Luke Nowacki, who reminds you that what does it profit a man to gain the whole world but never enter the kingdom of God? But while you're waiting, Nowacki wants you to remember that overreaction is not a sound financial strategy. So call Luke Nowacki at 248-663-4748 for sound financial advice.
How much does this car weigh?
It weighs 7,200 pounds.
And it doesn't have power steering?
No.
Well, how do...
We can steer it Armstrong with two people steer. You know, you could steer it going straight, but when you go around a corner, it takes two people to move.
All the way to Detroit? I get a headache. Vin. It didn't occur to you to take it to the shop maybe like
I can't
a month ago?
Look at me. Look, I would if I could. Nobody helped me.
Well, what about this guy?
I don't drive.
He don't.
Now this is Chad. He sort of appeared out of nowhere. He likes the Blues Brothers and dresses like one. He's Vinnie's unpaid gopher. And Chad doesn't know how to drive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's the Casa de Vinnie. So you were a biker. You went to law school.
Yeah, I've got good and bad things in my life.
You might have murdered a guy.
No, it's not that bad.
You got a trophy wife, but she's with her mother. Somehow you got a stretch limo in this.
Oh, I've got things, but I'm getting old and I don't need half this shit I got anymore. If I die, who's it gonna good to? You know, my kid don't want this stuff.
You're dying, so you're giving your stuff away.
Well, I'm gonna die pretty soon. Look at me, man.
This in the reality show business is what's known as the big reveal. Vinnie leads us into the bowels of a dank and dingy basement of the parking garage. The limo is hiding in the far dark corner.
I gotta find my key. It's them damn gold-plated keys. When you bought a new Fleetwood back in the day, they give you gold keys.
Vinnie, that's not a license plate.
This is just because, see, somebody stole my plate. I'm just trying to find my flashlight. Here it is. That's the VCR. It goes from the back. You gotta get a TV though, because my cousin took the TV out. I need more people. It'll go back.
Oh, you wanna?
I'm just gonna push it back a little bit.
Okay.
See, it's rolling. I need some more muscle power.
Hold on. It's not rolling. Well, okay. Oh, it's rolling.
Yeah, but I need more help. It'll go back.
Oh, this is gonna be long.
Once it moves, it's...
I'm only
He wants
499 miles from home. What a beaut. But you have to overlook a few things like a dead battery.
See the miles on it? Look.
Yeah, just turn on the lights.
I can't because there's no battery in it.
A powerless steering on a 4-ton car.
A steering wheel as limp as a wet noodle.
Don't worry about the wobble in the wheel. It ain't gonna, it's just this tilt.
What?
It's tight to turn and to go. It don't hurt nothing.
Plug in window wipers.
When you want the windshield wash to come on, you just plug it on right here.
Okay, it starts raining really bad.
Yeah, you
and
put
I
that
pull
on.
over and then plug it in?
Yeah, you plug it in. There's the tits to it right there.
The gaping pool of oil, the shellacked vinyl top, the spray painted rust.
See, it turns blue once it's clean. That's just dust sitting in
No,
the
I still see the brown there.
Yeah, a little bit.
See that there? Yeah. It's not coming out. But hey, the lighter worked. He told me it's blue book. It is blue.
So while Vinnie went upstairs to get the battery trickling on the charger and a screwdriver to take the plate off of another car, Byron and I discussed the options.
Listen, man, it's like this. I'm all for an adventure, you know it. We've been across the Rio Grande, we've done a lot of stuff, right? And I don't even mind walking down the freeway, but I don't know how I feel about getting in a car, the steering wheel shaking all over, it could just come off in your hands like a bad Bugs Bunny movie.
My neighbors be pissed off if this is in my driveway, man. There's that to think about. His wife decorated it nicely, though. Yeah, we're gonna... How do we break it to the guy? Just have to tell him.
This battery ain't gonna start the car because it's weak, man. I'm gonna buy you a brand new battery.
Dude, I love you. I love the gesture. I'm taking the train back.
You don't want to take the car?
No, I don't think so. You can sell that here, but that I can't.
I'm not interested in. I give it to you because it's, you know, a prop. I'll drive the damn thing to Detroit myself, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not ready to go today. You know that.
Yeah. Well, all it takes is a battery and hook up the hose.
Did you know that with Hall Financial's new Easy Start program, you can lock your mortgage rate 2% below the current market? If you were to purchase a $250,000 home with 5% down, instead of paying $1,600 per month, you only pay $1,300 per month, saving you almost $4,000 a year. See if Easy Start is a fit for you. Get started now at 866-CALL-HALL or go to callhallfirst.com.
I'm all for an adventure, you know it. We've been across the Rio Grande, we've done a lot of stuff, right? And I don't even mind walking down the freeway, but I don't know how I feel about getting in a car, the steering wheel shaking all over, it could just come off in your hands like a bad Bugs Bunny movie.
Dude, I love you. I love the gesture. I'm taking the train back.
You don't want to take the car?
No, I don't think so.
You know, I can jump this one off. I'll show you it runs. Let's at least do that. Even if we don't move it, I can show you this one runs. But I just got to start this one up to... Every time I go under here, I bust my head. I think my gas is in the trunk.
What are you doing?
I'm starting this car up to start.
Why?
Because I got to jump this car to start this one if you want to hear it run.
But I didn't want to hear it run. I wanted to get on the train to Toronto. This whole adventure was coming off the rails.
It'll crank it if I put that battery in and crank it with this, you know, jump it with this car, it'll start right up.
We don't want you to do this.
Yeah, but I want to start the car up to show you it runs.
Hey, Vin, enough.
This is a Hot Rod 460. It's got an exhaust leak in the front, but it runs perfect. That one runs better. Get the jumper cables out of the back of this Cadillac. Hold on, I got to get the keys to it. I got to get this key off of this thing, and I got one fucking hand. Can you get these fucking keys off of this thing?
I'm bleeding because I whacked my head off the
Okay,
pole.
I'm sorry.
Wait, you hit the beam?
Yeah, that metal beam.
You just said before you hit the beam, you're gonna make me hit the beam. Come over here.
Yeah, and I did.
And then he did. He said, I bet you I walk into the beam.
And I did.
And he did.
Oh my God.
Oh, Canada. So Vinnie wants to convince, you're gonna convince me that it will start. Which, I came all this way.
What is he fucking doing, man? I'm coming back.
He's doing that with one arm.
Okay, hot is red. Okay, let me try it.
Good engine.
Runs perfect, didn't I tell you? That's water.
It's dropping oil, bro. But it moves.
If it's not water, it's power steering fluid.
Probably.
Yeah. I gotta lock this down and we'll take it to the garage.
Okay.
Now remember, this is a 4-ton car with no power steering. So Vinnie sat in the front to lend me his one good arm. And off we go to the mechanic.
I'm having a fucking hernia.
Yeah, that's why you need a strong guy up here, not me. Just go straight up. I'm telling you, this would make it back once we hook up the thing. It runs like a fucking top, buddy.
Oh, it's smooth. Shifts.
It rides nicer than your 77, like I told you.
Oh, it doesn't, no.
Is their 77 rode nicer?
Yeah. Your brakes are spongy in this, too.
Yeah, well, that's nothing. They just ain't been worked.
Well, it's a 7,200-pound car, bro.
Yeah. It stops perfect. Okay, just double park here beside these cars. Find a spot there to park.
Just gonna let that run, let that battery do what it's gonna do.
The brakes were as soft as a fish belly. Turns out there wasn't any brake fluid in the front cylinder.
No, it needs a little bit in.
Sure does.
I got some in the trunk, buddy. I gotta pop the trunk together. I'm gonna go down here and see this guy do it for us quicker.
That's why there's no brakes. Come down here, dude.
So I added some fluid.
Down here's it.
Good thing we were stalled near the mechanic shop, because the brake line was dripping like a stabbing victim.
I mean, if you're gonna have a limousine, stretch limousine, an old one, you want it to be a little nicer than this. Like he said, you're gonna have it for a prop, I guess, right? I wanted to take it around the United States and use it as my news truck, but you know, I mean, no, at 10 hours, no. We lost Vinnie. Vinnie left with our microphone and we need it because we got to go get a train and no way to get there.
This is what Vinnie does.
Does Vinnie always leave you standing on the side of the road?
A lot of times, not on the side of the road, standing beside a car, but a lot of times on Parliament, he'll go off to go somewhere and talk to somebody, and I end up watching his equipment.
Ottawa, Toronto, train today.
They say a Canadian is sort of like an American, but without the gun. And that may be true, but in Detroit at least, we prefer to drive our stretch limo with brakes and power steering. They also say the Canadians are more nice when they're being mean than Americans are when they're being nice. And it was really nice of Vinnie to offer me the car. Very nice. But I didn't feel bad about leaving it, and I won't go home empty-handed, because I'll go home with a kooky new friend, Ottawa Vinnie, the motor-mouthed, freedom-loving OG.
You know what I hear a lot? Charlie LeDuff newsman, I thought you were dead. I'm not dead. I'm doing the news, the real news, right here, the No BS News Hour. You can find us on YouTube, you can find us on Facebook, Odyssey, or download it wherever you get your podcasts. Power the people.